You join me after an international break, but still, there is 2 months left on both Tyler Roberts and Jairo Riedewald before they rejoin the first team squad. So Jack Clark has been drafted in on the left-hand side of the front three. I'm contemplating maybe Jack Marriott in that role as well, or maybe Che Adams on the left and Jack Marriott as the striker. I could do with an extra winger on the bench though. Not that I've gotten an extra winger really to put on the bench. We have Grot, who's, well, not that good. But we've plenty of players to fill in for those that are currently unavailable. Just the two players, thankfully no other injuries. We're 16th in the league after losing to Liverpool, beating Liverpool and losing to everybody else in the league season so far. Cup football starts today, but we will be simulating the game against Scunthorpe at home in the Carabao Cup. It's Norwich, Crystal Palace and Tottenham Hotspur away from home. We'll start with the press conference to try and boost morale slightly. We haven't been playing that badly, and I'm pleased with how the team has been playing, really. We do have the squad depth to avoid relegation. It would have been nice to bring James Milner in yesterday, but unfortunately things didn't go my way. We are ready to fight Norwich. You would imagine Norwich will be relegation contenders, so to speak. I don't know about we've built a winning team. We have the backup we need. But Norwich are actually sat mid-table so far. They've had a decent start to the season. One win, 2 draws, and only the 1 defeat thus far. So not necessarily going to be easy against Norwich or Palace today. And Tottenham is Tottenham. So we'll give it our best shot. And we'll see what we can come away with. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy, of course. Let's continue to hit over 1,000 likes on every episode of this season, or this series, including the remainder of this season. And hopefully, I can give you good reason to drop a like on the video by getting victory here against Norwich. Norwich's starting lineup: Tim Krul in goal. They're going with a 4-2-3-1. Byram, Guanini, Tim Close, and someone whose name I couldn't quite read quickly. Leitner in the midfield. Stiepermann sat as the cam behind John Cordoba, formerly of FC Köln. I don't know whether that's a better Norwich side than the one they play in real life, or a worse side than the one they play in real life. Obviously, Todd Cantwell is at Tottenham now in this save, but we'll wait and see what happens in this game. They've had a decent start to the season, so they are not to be underestimated. Corner for Moritz Leitner to take inside 4 minutes, and it's terrible, thankfully. Well, Pablo Hernandez really dealt with it very well, but we will get it away. Can we catch them on the slow... Oh, how have you misplaced that pass? That could not have been a simpler pass to play. Oh, dearie me. Right, can we now catch them on a counter-attack? Jeeps, that nearly went very wrong, didn't it? Calvin Phillips working the space well. I've got the runner there in... Oh, Mateusz Klich, who thankfully has the strength to hold off the players that were around him. Now, Che Adams, Jeeps, looked like he was going to get the better of the defender there, but he jumped in with a second challenge and did get the ball away from me. Now, Tribal to Cordoba. What's there to Buendia? He's looking to get away. Sam Byram, former Leeds player, of course. I'm not sure what Danny Rose is doing there, stepping across him like that, but not getting anywhere near the ball. Kiko or no Kiko, tame near post shots will go in on FIFA 20. Tsimikas down the left hand side, driving forward. Well, win that header please. Oh, Buendia does. I know you're taught to head it down, but that's a little bit too much, I think. Headed down into the ground and then back up over the top of the bar. But Norwich look more likely to score a goal than we do so far. Che can't quite get to that. Fulham 1-0 up against Brighton. We are embroiled in a relegation fight this season with Leeds United, most certainly. And I have a feeling it might last all season long as well. Clark looking for Che Adams, still yet to score his first goal. Can't get away from Sam Byram. Oh, tough opening half an hour this. Swazo out wide. Oh, early cross that's deep. Headed away well by Danny Rose, but drops to Moritz Leitner. Here's Tribal. Leitner again. Oh, Danny does just enough. Ooh, better than he was in the build-up to their first goal, that's for sure. I don't know what Danny Rose was doing in that instance. He stepped across the man as if to try and outmuscle him and get the ball, and then just ignored the football. Very peculiar. Very, very peculiar. Take this throw quickly. Okay, apparently the game wants to pause for me, even though I've not done anything. Get that in there to Bowen. Che, nice touch and turn. Little drag back to work some space. Back there to Jared Bowen on his left foot. Well blocked by Guanini. Best chance we've had of the half and game so far. Still no equaliser yet. Lieberman. Oh, it's hit Fredericks, but it will fall kindly for Suazo. And a bit of American football style blocking there. The defender gave up on it. I've pressed clear and held the direction I want him to clear the ball, and he's just run off. He's in a great position there, and he's just stopped running and ignored the ball. Right. Simicas. Inside there to Steverman. Around the corner to Cordoba. Trying to get away from me and does so well. Oh, that's wild from Buendia. Norwich's first chance of the second half goes well over the bar. I need some chances of my own, please. I have a feeling my midfield at present just isn't good enough. With two 73 rated centre mids, one of which is in his decline in Pablo Hernandez. Not sure I have the ability right now in the midfield to create the chances I need, or the quality of chances I need. And I'm just not able to hold the ball up top. The defenders are so aggressive that I'm not able to hold them off at present. This really does feel like the Southampton save of FIFA 18, which I know for the majority of you will be very, very pleasing indeed, because that means entertaining season. Ah, these near post goals though really need to stop. Hat-trick for John Cordoba. I hate those near post shots. Phillips. In nicely to Bowen. Changed the way that we're lined up now for the remainder of this second half, just to try something. I've switched to a 4-2-3-1, the narrow version of. Brought on Alioski on the left. I've moved Jared Bowen central and taken Pablo Hernandez off. We will see how this works for the remaining 23 minutes. But I'm starting to agree with some in the comments that have been saying that the formation just isn't really working for us right now. It might mean that we have to change things about. I'm willing to tinker with the side and change things around to find the winning formula, or at least just the not losing formula. Any formula that keeps us in the Premier League is good enough for me. Oh, buried by Steedman. I'm getting hammered now. Alioski coming forward on the breakaway. Try and keep him going and get him in behind here. And oh, the pass is poor. This has been the most frustrating game of the season so far. And obviously our most handsome defeat of the... or our ugliest defeat, I guess more accurately, of the season so far. It's 4. It could yet be 5. It won't be because that's straight at Gazaniga, thankfully. Yeah! They were mid-table and have had a good start to the season, Norwich. But I'm annoyed at that. We should be doing better than that. We shall bounce back against Palace, hopefully. Oh, press conference. Hernandez is continuing his hot run of form. Ooh, I don't know. I think I am going to change formation, though. Difficult result against Norwich City. I'm not going to get drawn into mind games about confidence. Leeds did not manage to score today. We didn't, but they were the better team, as was the case against Bournemouth in the last episode. Right, time to change things about, I think. Go 4-2-3-1 narrow. Click and Phillips with... Tempted by Jamie Shackleton, you know. I could really do with Tyler Roberts back, because I'd put him in that central role. I am actually going to move Alioski into the midfield. We'll move Jared Bowen central because he has 82 finishing. So in that central role, he's going to be good enough to start tucking that away. If he gets the opportunity on his left foot, obviously. We've got a scout report to look at there, but actually I just want to make sure that my bench is how I want it to be. Let's take Grote off for Luke Ayling. Right. Something's not been working so far. But we're not quite sure what that is yet. Other than we're not scoring enough and we're conceding too many. Hello, Brandon Cooper. 78 to 96 potential. Sign player. That's a 61 to 83 is a no. That's a no. That's a no. And a no. Ooh, hello, Elliot Price. Okay, couple of promising youngsters that we might be able to train up now. Not that we haven't already got a number of youngsters that we're trying to train up already. Let's have a look at those youth players, shall we? Brandon Cooper, centre back, 6'4", physically looks good already. Potential of getting even better. We now have 3 prices: Bradley, Isaac, and Elliot. That's not quite so good. That's not quite so good. 6'7". 6'7" at 16 years of age. My God. Certainly looks like he's more suited to centre back than left back, but still, defenders apparently are what we have in the youth setup. We shall try. We're still outside the relegation zone, thankfully. We shall try the 4-2-3-1 narrow from the start in the next game, and hopefully we can get a better result. Right, Palace's 11. In between the 6 for them is Fernando Muslera, Joel Ward, Ampadu, Martin Kelly, and Ganaka at left back. Sims, Mayer, McCarthy, Semedo, and Kuyate as a midfield 5, with Borja Mayoral up top. We keep mentioning the Southampton save for FIFA 18, a flavour of it there with Josh Sims and Borja Mayoral in there. Oh, Jesus, what start. Start as we mean to go on, eh, lads? Oh, and Josh Sims with a cheeky little flick, scorpion kick flick. Core Christ. We're in for a hell of a season, lads. Knuckle down. It's going to be a long one. Nice interception by Alioski. Counter-attack is on. I could have played, perhaps should have played Che Adams in earlier. We'll look for Jack Clark through the gap. Jack can't quite get there. Still going. Kuyate. Oh, good block. And away. Bring that down, Alioski. Oh, he did, but Joel Ward just runs off with it somehow. Just not strong enough there, Alioski. Trying to step in on Sissoko. That didn't work. Here's McCarthy. Nice tackle by Danny Rose. Great interception there. Necessary and well executed. Calvin Phillips. Looking to get Jack Clark in behind. They've got 5 in midfield here. Look at Ganaka trying to close me down, but Jack Clark's got the run on him. And I've got someone to pull this back to. And Jared Bowen on his left foot gives Leeds United a 1-0 lead at home at Ellen Road. Let's go! Our first goal for a couple of games. Jared Bowen with the 82 finishing. That's why we moved him central in this 4-2-3-1. It might be working. Forward nicely to Jack Clark. There's some space for Jared Bowen. Is he going to get that through there to Che? Martin Kelly has dominated Che Adams so far in this game. I haven't been able to get anywhere near their backline with him. Borja Mayoral. Oh, what a save! Gazaniga with a shot saved off the post. That was unreal. What a stop. Oh, it's incredible. I don't quite know how he's kept that out. Alioski trying his hardest here. Che Adams in there to Calvin Phillips. Go back to Che. Forward to Bowen. Alioski's on the run. We'll slot him in out wide. Joel Ward is with me. But Alioski's getting away well. We'll lift it towards the back post where Ethan Ampadu will head away. We're going to be leading by a goal to nil at half-time, provided we can stop them on this counter, which we've slowed them up enough to do. Have we, with this 4-2-3-1, unlocked this team's potential? Maybe. Although Gazaniga is having to make some top-quality stops to keep us in it. We're trying to find a second. Nice turn by Click. Bowen. Well, why not? It's deflected. That'll be a corner. I'm going to make a change. We're getting some tired players further up the field because they're working very hard. Jack Clark for Jack Marriott. I'll move Marriott central. I'm going to drop Che Adams a little bit. And I'm going to bring Jamie Shackleton on for Camille Click as well. Bowen's getting tired as well too, but I can't really commit to taking him off yet. I don't really have any other wingers at this stage because Tyler Roberts is injured. The injuries are affecting our options right now, but with less than half an hour to go here, I still couldn't tell you if we will or will not win this game. Jamie Shackleton. Oh! Jack Marriott over the bar. The acrobatics not quite paying off. So close. So close. Phillips. Space has opened up there for Jack Marriott. He's turned Ethan Ampadu. Here comes Martin Kelly, though. See what I mean about Martin Kelly? He just arrives and then runs off with the ball. He's so good for Crystal Palace this afternoon. But unfortunately for them, they have conceded one. And unfortunately for them, they haven't scored yet. But I have phrased it as yet because obviously we know that we're not solid enough defensively so far this season. We are yet to keep a clean sheet, but this might be the first. 4 minutes to go. A second goal would put my nerves to bed or put my nerves at rest. Say Adams, Marriott. He's beaten Martin Kelly. Oh, but we still can't get the ball into the back of the net. Mistake though from Crystal Palace. We make them pay for that. Oh, a slip? No, he's just on the floor still from the previous challenge. Che Adams! Saved by Muslera. But that should have wasted enough time for us to win the game. Especially considering they're bowling it out slowly here. 30 seconds to go. Come on, ref. Oh, it's a big win! It's a big win to bounce back from that drubbing against Norwich. To get a clean sheet and 3 points is huge for our season. Jared Bowen with the goal. Some big stops from Paulo Gazzaniga, particularly that one from distance that he tipped onto the post. That was outrageous. Unbelievable. Our second victory of the season. And we certainly can focus on the next match now. To be fair, the next match is Scunthorpe in the Cup, which I'll simulate with a rotated 11. I trusted we'd give it all. We will give it our all in every single game. We had to last year to get promotion. Martin Kelly was incredible today for them. We certainly can learn from his defensive rigidity and solidity. And hopefully we can build on these clean sheets as well. Unfortunately, our next league game is against Tottenham. Unan O'Kane, has been sold now. And we're getting offers for Lawrence de Bock, which I shall accept as well. Hopefully we can raise some more money for January. I still want to bring Milner in, and I certainly want to bring Ryan Kent in as well. Starting to not be concerned, but starting to certainly acknowledge that we could do with some more wide talent. That's my starting lineup currently in the rotation 11. Alioski and Jack Clark now, unfortunately, being involved in the first team as well due to injury. Alfred McCalmont's asking for a chance. I'll consider it. Jared Bowen, there's bigger games ahead, my man. I certainly don't want to play you in this one. And yeah, I know that Liam Cooper is the captain, but we're playing a rotated 11 here and they have recovered physically. Good. Right, we'll simulate the Carabao Cup again. It's not a competition we want to focus on at this stage of our career. Staying up in the Premier League is the most important thing. And I'm genuinely intrigued to see where we are in the league now with that second batch of 3 points picked up. I expect to lose to Tottenham though, obviously. But if we can somehow steal a point, I'll be absolutely delighted. Wait and see what happens in the remainder of this time. To be fair, Spurs have got Liverpool in their tie, so they're going to be having a tough game midweek. Whereas, well, you'd like to think ours isn't actually that tough. But Scunthorpe certainly have played well, and it's only a 2-1 victory for us. But we'll take it. Alfred McCalmont, yes. Not the right opponent for you, my man. Luke Ayling is asking for a transfer. I'm not surprised. We have replaced him in the starting lineup with Fredericks. And how old is he, Luke Ayling? He's like 27, 28 maybe? He's 29. I think perhaps it is the right time to move him on. I do need to concentrate on contracts at some point as well before we get to January too. Something not to forget about in the not too distant future. Transfer bids for Liam Cooper is still coming in, but he's definitely staying with us now. And up next is Tottenham Hotspur. Now Jack Marriott wants to play in this one. I'll certainly involve him off the bench, I would have thought. I'll consider it, I'll say. Everybody's at full fitness, other than Jack Clark, who's slightly not quite there. But we're up to 13th. I'm immediately looking down the table. We're only 2 points above the drop zone. I mean, looking up is probably unrealistic right now, isn't it? We need to constantly be looking at the bottom end of the table. Nottingham Forest yet to win a game. They've conceded 80. They're conceding on average 3 goals a game, We're conceding on average just under 2 goals a game though, so that's certainly something we need to put right moving forward. Not sure this is going to be the game that gets it put right though. Tottenham Hotspur away coming up next. I expect this to be a strong 11. Hugo Lloris in goal, Kyle Walker-Peters, Diego Llorente, Toby Alderweireld and Ben Davies. That's not as strong as it could be. Wanyama and Eric Dyer holding. Wilfred Zaha, Christian Eriksen and Heung-min Son sat behind Harry Kane. On the bench, Rafael Guerrero, Dele Alli, Moussa Dembele, the new signing, Davinson Sanchez as well. They're not fielding their strongest 11 here, Spurs. You get the feeling with the way our season's been going so far, you probably don't need to. Cross into Wilfred Zaha. Terrified of Zaha, to be honest, in this game. Well intercepted by Danny Rose. Petrified of Wilfred Zaha, actually. Zaha and Son. I'm waiting for them to cut me apart. Here comes Wilf. Oh, Liam Cooper with a strong challenge. That's what I needed. We're playing the ball about nicely in this game so far. As we expected, from the experience of the Liverpool game, they are quite open defensively. Oh, that's terrible from Click. They are quite open defensively because they commit bodies forward. It's in these bigger games where we actually stand a better chance of getting the odd point here or there because they're more likely to attack me and open up opportunities going the other way. Chelsea have just gone 2-0 up against Nottingham Forest. Doesn't look like they're going to be getting their second points of the season. In fact, I think they might be on 2 already, but they haven't gotten a win thus far. Get rid, please. Ben Whitehead's behind. Corner for Tottenham. We're surviving so far. Walker-Peters. Where's he going? Spins well. Eriksen stepping away from me. Into the middle, and Gazaniga holds. Got 3 former Spurs players in my starting lineup. Hopefully we can drum up a good performance from each and every one of them. And the other 8. Poor pass. Deflects back to Jarrod Bowen. Turns inside well. Oh, it's a brilliant move. I'm going to try and lift this over Lloris. He gets just enough on it. So close. Jarrod Bowen. So close. Just tried to lift it over the on-rushing keeper. And Bowen again. Oh, Jarrod Bowen! What a signing he's turning out to be. A stunner at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'd like a replay, please. Yes, please. Yes, 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 yes. So close to a goal before. Great movement. Touch out of his feet and whipped. Whipped into that far corner. Oh, great. Great angle for it too. Bends it around Alderweireld. And that's a top quality goal. Oh, dreamy. Heung-min Son. Driving forward. Early ball. Misplaced though. We'll get rid of it. And quickly. Oh, that wasn't where that pass was supposed to go. That's where that pass was supposed to go. Come on, Che. Still waiting for Che Adams to find the back of the net, but hopefully it won't be long. We've Southampton next. Come on, Che. Oh, nearly trying to squeeze that through for a second goal. Maybe Che Adams will be like Emmanuel Sabbi was for us last year in the RTG at Cambridge. We signed it, if you weren't with me then, I signed a striker in my Road to Glory series at Cambridge United when I was in League 2. He didn't score for 17 games and then was my top goal scorer for the next 3 seasons. Oh, what a block. No! Gazaniga, no! Oh! Scrappy from Tottenham Hotspur, but eventually effective. Block. Oh, Gazaniga smothers it. Oh, it just wouldn't fall for me. Ay, 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 ay. No back-to-back clean sheets for us. Tottenham back in it. It's 1-1. 29 minutes to play. Now would be a great time for Che Adams to get his first goal for me. Eriksen into Dyer. Son, this has me worried. Don't like this. Eric Dyer to Harry Kane. Nice tackle. Chelsea destroying Nottingham Forest. Click. That wide here to Alioski. I've got changes waiting to be made. In there nicely to Jarrod Bowen. Che Adams. Oh, he's in behind. Che! Ah, come on, Jay! Oh, that was your moment. That was your moment. Oh, he's done me. That was really, really nicely done. Diogo Llorente getting that forward. Oh, wide from Harry Kane, thankfully. Chelsea 5 up against Forest now. Brilliant technique from Harry Kane, and he is really not far away at all there from winning the game for Tottenham. I don't think we're going to get a second. When we've had any kind of opportunity, we just haven't been able to take it. But you live in hope, especially when defenders are going to mess up their positioning like that. Shackleton, oh, blocked well by Davies. Can we keep hold of it? No. Win this header. Well up, Ben White. Bit of space. Bit of space. Che, now! Oh! Good save by Lloris. Decent effort by Che Adams. Heung-min Son's going off for them. I'm going to make a change as well. Oh, Jarrod Bowen is dead on his feet. Jeeps. I don't know why everybody's dying like this. Their stamina's plummeting to the ground. Tottenham just dragging me about that much. Hernandez with the delivery. Oh, it's going to come out here to Jamie Shackleton. And there's Ben White. And Alioski trying to keep hold of it. It's Victor Wanyama. You're not going to outmuscle Victor Wanyama, Alioski. You can try. And I gave it a good old go. Look at the stamina that Wilfred... Oh, you probably can't see, actually. The AI have so much stamina left. And my guys are just dead on their feet. Because the AI have just been running them around left, right and centre all game long. Certainly need to work on stamina if we can. Kane into the middle. Flicked away by Ericsson, but actually that works for me. That was terrible. Do not. Anywhere will do. A point against Tottenham. Hard fought point against Tottenham. Have we turned the corner? It's probably too early to say. But Jarrod Bowen with a brilliant goal. My only shot on target of the game. Actually, some big scorelines in there. Burnley 4, Sheffield United 2. Forest getting thumped. Said they were conceding on average 3 goals a game. They've just gone and shipped 5. Charlie Adams fails to hit the back of the net. The pressure is tough. He won't be playing in the next game. It's not like he's out there picking flowers. I mean, he did have some chances. It's not like he's out there picking flowers. He is trying his hardest, Che Adams. I just haven't found a way into the back of the net yet. Happy with the result today. Both teams played well. I'm delighted with a point away from home against Tottenham, especially on the back of the win against Palace. Did I hope to get back in front? The draw was deserved. We earned that point. We definitely earned that point. Now, what does that do for our league table? I'm not sure. 15th. 15th and 3 points above the relegation zone. Today was a solid episode for us. Oh, sorry, Jack. I was going to bring you off the bench, but I couldn't quite do it, I'm afraid. The box sold. The transfer for Luke Ayling. What was I saying earlier on? Maybe I'd consider selling Luke Ayling. Maybe now's the time to do it. I'll try and negotiate quickly. I can get... I mean, I'll ask for 6.5, but anywhere over basically where they've offered would be good enough, I think. Would you give me 6.5 for him? 5.4 with a 5% sell-on clause. Okay. How about just a flat 6? Come up a little bit for me. They might just walk away. Oh, no, they're going to accept 6. Luke Ayling might well be leaving us in January. We're going to have some money to spend in January. And some decent money as well. But we are probably still going to prioritise Milner and Ryan Kent. Unless, in the meantime, I get some alternative feedback in the comments section. But that's where we'll end it for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do continue to drop the videos a thumbs up if you're enjoying this series. I'm really, really enjoying this Premier League season at Leeds. It is the struggle that we wanted. Didn't want to just come up and then immediately finish 8th. This is good. I'm enjoying this, and hopefully you guys are too. I'll see you tomorrow.